Why do goals suck? Well, actually, we're going to talk about goals today. And it's not something that people like to talk about a lot, I've found, and I think I would have found myself in that same category. Goals don't actually suck. In fact, they're essential. We learned from Psycho-Cybernetics, which is Maxwell Maltz's book, written back in the 60s, that we are actually goal-seeking. What that means is that we are wired to go after things. When you find someone that's stalled out and they don't have any ambition or drive, it's because they don't have a goal. They're not moving towards something. So what I found, and it's only taken me, 48 years to figure it out, is that goals are essential. It's how we're wired. We're wired to move towards something, to identify it and then move towards it. Hence the name of the book, Psycho-Cybernetics, meaning it's like a cybernetic mechanism. We move towards it. So goals don't suck. But frankly, the way that I was going about setting goals really sucked. And I think that the way that a lot of people go at it is quite similar. They don't suck, we don't suck, but we just don't have all the information. So let me share with you the way that I went about this and why it wasn't working for me. And maybe this will resonate with you. By the way, if you're watching this now, please just hashtag and let me know that you're watching it. Just type in #live. If you're watching this later and isn't on the Facebook Live, type #later. I appreciate that. That way I know I have some engagement where you're coming into this video. So we're talking about goals today. Why they suck. Actually, they don't suck. There's just a way to do it. Once you have the information and you understand, then maybe this will help you. I encourage you to pay attention to this video because I'm going to share with you the gold on this. The goal setting process that I had was pretty similar to what a lot of folks do. It's called the New Year's resolution. So here's why that does not work. Because it violates the goal setting process that I'm going to share with you today. The ABCs of goal setting. Why don't New Year's resolutions work? Is because they're based on a waking up on the first of the year thinking that something has fundamentally changed within. It hasn't. It's a whimsical thought, or you're doing it on a whim, and you're not really giving any deep thought to it. So let me walk you through the process of the ABCs of goal setting. What's an A goal? An A goal is a goal that someone does that they already know how to do. You already know how to do it. You've done it before, and you'll probably do it again. And it's sort of like I can just literally wake up and just knock it out. The challenge with an A goal is it's based on your present results. You already know how to do it. Now, is this a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. It's just not a real goal. See, we weren't taught this in school. We were taught to abide by the SMART goal setting process. SMART, measurable, realistic, throw it out the window for a second. I'm going to take you down a different path altogether, okay? What I did was an A goal. I was constantly vacillating between A goals and B goals. The problem with an A goal is you already know how to do it. There's no inspiration there. Zero inspiration. So you're not going to, I didn't bounce out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning to forge after my goals because they're too small. Increase sales production by 5% or increase this by 3%. We were told to keep it small, keep it tight. Don't go for big things. And so I never did. Okay, a B goal is slightly better. A B goal is based on what you think you can do, a plan. You plan it. You have a B goal when you can take out a pad of paper and write it all out. Plot out the goal right here and now on that paper. That might be to increase sales by a little bit more. An A goal, by the way, would be something like, I'm going to get a new car. Well, if you had a new car before, you already know how to do it, right? So you already know how to do it. You've done that before. And the B goal is something you think you can do. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Now, is that bad? No, it's not bad. At least you're moving towards something. At the same time, there's no growth in the process. This does not enact inspiration from within. And what most people do then is, just like I did for years, for 15 years, vacillated between A goals and B goals, A goals and B goals. Sometimes I would hit them, and sometimes not at all. But guess what? It didn't matter because they weren't big anyway. I have the benefit of having conversations with real estate agents all over the country and even all over the world. And when I ask a very simple question, what are your goals? Their responses really astound me. Not because they're bad and because I was there before. I get it. Once I learn this process, I'm running it through a different filter. Now I understand, and I want you to understand as well. A real goal, something that is a real true goal, is something we call a C goal. Now a C goal is based on, now not the bird that flies and poops on you at the beach. That's a seagull. This is a C-type goal. This is a goal that accomplishes a few things. Number one, here's how you know you have a C goal. You've never done it before. Never have you done it before. You've never gone for it. It's just something you've never done it before. You grow in the process. So a C goal, when you arrive there and you have it, you have the goal, it's accomplished, whether it's who you want to be or what you want to have, you're different. You've grown in the process. You move from here to here. In fact, friends, that's the secret of goal setting. That's the whole purpose of setting a goal, is to grow in the process. The third thing is that you don't know how to do it. So you can't take that pen and plot it all out right now. You may have a vague sense of how to do it, but this is so big that you can't plot it all out right now. You can't do it. You don't have all the answers. They need to come to you. They need to come to you. That's the secret. How am I going to do it? I don't know. I really don't know. But you're crazy. Yeah, I know. A little bit. Maybe a lot. But that's okay. You see? Because that's the whole point, is that the answers come to you through intuition, through people, circumstances, events, opportunities that flow to you. You don't have the answers. You don't have them. Intuition is where it's at. You know, it's been said that when you pray, you're talking to God, and when you're listening to intuition, God is talking to you. That's what I'm talking about. So how do you set a C goal? Is asking the question, what do I really want? It's coming from a place of desire. It's fantasy. I know we're taught not to fantasize. We're taught that from day one. Our parents said, stop fantasizing. Get out of la la land. This is different. This is a different way of thinking. Think about it this way. If what you have presently has gotten you where you are presently, and you're not happy with your results entirely, then by virtue of that, and what you've gotten so far was based on pure logic, then naturally you're beginning to see the necessity to base different results on doing something different and doing things slightly illogical. Just a little bit illogical. I agree with that. And at the same time, it works. How do I know that? Because I've done it, and I'm doing it today. And many, many others, thousands of others, millions of others that know this are doing the same thing. What do I really want? That's the starting place of a C goal. What do I really want? There's a word desire. Sometimes it's looked at as a negative thing. Shouldn't be. That's just someone's paradigm or what they were told. Desire. Latin, desire, of the Father, from the Father. This is something that comes from within. That's what's so magical about it. It's what do I really want? What do I really want? Not what do I kind of want. Everybody wants things. We want things. I want a house, a car. I mean, a house is kind of cool. These are not fleeting things. This is something that you really, really, really want. This should get you out of bed in the morning without an alarm clock. That's the type of goal. It should excite the hell out of you, scare you a little bit, because you have no idea how to do it. You get this? Are we starting to see how this works? This is not what I know how to do. I've never done it before. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm just going for it. And I've made a committed decision. A committed decision. I made a decision. We can only attract to us what we are in vibrational harmony with. We can only attract to us what we are in vibrational harmony with. If what I want is here, and I'm currently here, there's a gap there. There's a gap in that vibration. In order to get in frequency with the goal, I need to make a committed decision. Committed decision. Decision. Root form, decide. Decide is Latin for decidere, which simply means to cut away from. And this is something that is where the magic begins. When you cut away from all possibilities of retreat, you've cut away from retreat. You've made a committed decision. I'm doing this. I've just decided. I know I don't have all the answers. It's crazy. I don't know. How are you going to do it? I don't know. I'm doing it though. Well, how do you don't know how to do it? I get that. The answers will come. The answers will come. And then you begin to see yourself with the goal. Feel the goal. See the goal. Put yourself in the goal. If it's a new house, live in the house with your imagination. Live in the house with your imagination. Drive the car in your imagination. You're going to do this so much so that you can't tell the difference between reality and imagined reality. And by the way, that's exactly how the subconscious mind works. Cannot differentiate between reality and what you've imagined. And you do this so much and so well and so real that when you actually get the thing, it's all right. I've been driving that car for 2 years, you might say, right? I've already lived in this house for a year or however long it takes you. And by the way, we don't know for sure how long it takes to get to the C goal. If this is resonating with you, by the way, there's a link. I think it's up here. I got to get better on that. But click the link if this is resonating with you. And I go deeper on this one. This is something that I'm super passionate about. And if, by the way, if this is resonating with you, or you think someone else needs to understand how to set goals at this new level, then please share this video with them. And I want you to understand, this is important, that this works. It works. And in order to test the theory, you've got to try it out for yourself. So I encourage you to go after goals that are big and inspiring. If it doesn't wake you up and you're not jumping out of bed with excitement, it's probably not it. If it doesn't run in your mind all day long, it's probably not it. Earl Nightingale said that. We become what we think about all the time. So as long as that's a good thing and it's something you really want, that's a positive thing. The challenge is most people spend their days thinking about things they don't want, and it works that way too. A C goal, based on desire, it's a fantasy to start with, and what happens is we set the fantasy, we move it into a theory, that's when it becomes something that we're actually considering. Now it's a theory and a goal, and finally it's a fact. It's a fact because when it comes into our physical experience, and I have it. And I'm a new version of myself, and I've grown in the process, and I have gained confidence and clarity in my ability to go after things. And now what? Well, you're now standing at the top of a new mountain, and you're looking up, and guess what? There's a taller mountain there. But now you have the confidence. Now you know you can do it, and so you set another goal. You see, that's how we're wired. That's how we're wired. There's something deep within us that is trying to express. Spirit is for expansion and fuller expression, to and through us. That's why we want more, not because we are selfish or there's something wrong with it, because Spirit is for expansion and fuller expression. So go for those goals. If this is resonating with you, click on the link somewhere up here, and please share this video, and hopefully this has served you today. Have an awesome day. I look forward to connecting with you real soon.